I'm Stan Jurazovic. I'm one of the cousins from Adelaide, from the chapter, the Yugoslav chapter, or the Jurazovic chapter, I should say, from Adelaide. So I'd like to welcome you all to coming along here tonight for this very special occasion. Come here. You got to get, because you won't. He has to be here alongside me because he will not wear his hearing aids.
I thought you wanted to what about it. He can't stop.
And I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to hear me, but you just
what about it?
please just sit.
The less I hear, the better it is.
Yes, and the younger version as well, and the younger version. Oh, you can sit on.
You sit in.
Right. Okay, righto. Now listen. Just bear with me for a couple of secs.
I can read that for you if you want.
Yes.
Savo,
Yes.
the 4th of the 11th, 1933.
Yeah?
Does that have any significance?
Yeah.
Does that have any? Don't interrupt.
I think so.
All right?
Rhetorical question.
It's not the weekend, yeah.
He arrived in Australia in August 1957.
Exactly.
Oh,
Spot on.
thank you. It's like having Sparso here, isn't it?
Check up. You remember that?
It was, and it was. He wasn't sure of the date, the 22nd or the 23rd of August. He was a man in a hurry even then. Even though his mother, his father, Ivanka, and my father went to the airport to meet him, they somehow missed each other in the crossover. And in his words, I might add, his words, I got the shits, he said, so I hopped in a taxi with the address he had written on a piece of paper that was given to him to get him to my father's shop at the time. We had a place opposite the Motor Hospital on the Pacific Highway in North Sydney. He arrived there, and Mum told me the story many years ago that she was in the shop looking after 4 young kids, and she saw this chap get out of a taxi, and she knew straight away it was Savo. He spoke no English, and he still struggles with it a bit. He spoke no English. Mum spoke very little Slav, if any, but a big hug sorted that out. He told me that Mum, and you told me this sometime afterwards, he told me that Mum paid for the taxi. That's something we'll sort out later on tonight. All right? He started working around Sydney and Manly not long after. He needed to get on with things, working as a builder, well, with builders. And he spent about 12 months, not long after that, around down to Kosciuszko, down the Snowy Way. He came to Adelaide briefly for about 6 months and did some work for Uncle Vito. And then he returned to Sydney. He began working as a contractor in the 60s. He worked for Stocks and Holdings, Lend-Lease, City Civil, I think, Derek?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Derek, I said. Just listen. Listen.
Listen, the civil city is different.
I'll sit down and let him tell the stories, all right? No, you're good. Now, around 1996, he went into partnership with Derek Hare. They were mates from some time before, and they've become great friends. He decided at 80 years of age, it was time to give it a rest. What am I doing here? Decided to give it a rest and retire.
Number 6.
It's not six. Oh, that got in the way. That got in the way, sorry. Family. Most importantly, through all this time, he met Carol and they married in 1972. Marko was born in 1973 and Stephen in 1975. Tragically, in 2014, Stephen was taken from us. But 3 beautiful grandchildren, Sophie, Alana and Levi, have been a blessing to both Savo and Carol. He's always been strong about family and particularly extended family. From a personal perspective, he's more than just a cousin. He's like a really older brother. A really older brother. And he has advised me on more than one occasion to pull my head in and get on with things, especially when I spent about 12 months or so living with him and Carol, roughly, this is really weird, about 50 years ago.
Cost me money.
Yeah, righto, yeah. He's come to Adelaide many times to attend weddings, birthdays, other family occasions. And we all of us over there have really special memories of his visits. 90 years of age and he gets around like someone half his age. I don't know how you do it, mate. Maybe it's the rakia over the years that have helped you remain supple. I know many of you here tonight would have a lot of your own stories to speak about. To speak about. See, my daughter, I can't do anything right anymore. Sorry, boys. I know. I was just trying to hide my face. I know you've got plenty of stories of yourselves about him, and I know that it's a tribute to him that you've all come here to help celebrate this very special birthday. I would ask you if you would all fill your glasses and raise your glasses and join me in a toast to a wonderful cousin and a great friend to all, Savo. Now, you just bear with me for a couple more minutes. Now, if you can't hear me down the back there, you're not listening. Now, I've not quite finished. There's a younger version of the Jurazovic here tonight, who in 18 days' time will be celebrating his 50th birthday. He will be back in the US on that particular day, but it would be remiss of us not to acknowledge this occasion. I know Mum and Dad, mate, are especially pleased that you come out this time just about every year, or as best you can, yeah. And they enjoy spending every bit of that time with you. You enjoy spending all the time with you. And they are waiting patiently to hear the news.
Impatiently, you know.
Well, sort of patiently. When are you coming home? When are you coming home? The pressure's on you, mate. So thank you. Yeah, we're there. So in finishing, thank you all for your attention so far. 140 years combined of father and son. It just doesn't get any better than this. Thank you. Roger.
Before you all, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Natalie. Come here, please. My very, very dear friend who lives in Queensland, who has literally organised this whole night. She's organised the room, the food, the decorations, everything, even the cake. She's organised everything for me. I'm sure if it wasn't for Natalie, I would still be in square one. But I just want to say a really nice thank you. I really,
pleasure.
I really appreciate what you've done.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And there's just one more, Sophie.
Natalie, how can I do with that?
This is my eldest granddaughter, Sophie, and she has helped me with any of the computer work that had to be done. I am like, computers to me are like out of this world. But Sophie has come to the fore and she has helped me with everything that's had to be done. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to Sophie. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to come tonight. It's a very, very surprise to me. Because I knew that my cousin Adelaide would be here because as usual, but I could not believe that I could not think about getting all my friends in my work, in my good times, and then I think it's really good. I got some I got a great thing. Like he got a white guy here Martin Stanisic. He's the one who, this young guy come from out in Australia. His uncle said, can I get him a job? Yeah, why not come down? He was working quite some time for me. It was great. Him and his mate from New Zealand, the rest of them. I got another guy, kind of very great family, guy from Montenegro, from Podgorica. They come in, they work hard. And the skinny guy down there, he's only got about 200 kilos in him. And he's the first one start working for me. I actually worked when I was working with the Derek Hay. And then we put him in, but top worker. Derek Hay, give me all headache. I have to tell you all to give me all headache. His wife knows. She knows this. She knows. No. But I had to put up all this time. And I really enjoyed the night, and I couldn't have a better night because I got all my family, all the friends here tonight to celebrate my 26th. no, make it more. 90. Well, another 10 years I'll be married. Right, I hope we could do another again. No, you can forget about it. For sure, thank you. I really thank you to everyone tonight put in night as this really beautiful. And thank you very much.